Iran stands as a bastion of fundamentalist Islam. An Islamic state ruled by ayatollahs who decree that all must yield unto Allah. But on the streets and in the bazaars of the old Persian city of Shiraz are followers of another ancient faith. Indistinguishable from their countrymen and women until called to prayer. They are the Jews of Iran. Largely forgotten by the outside world, they claim a lineage stretching back 2,700 years to when Persian king Cyrus the Great conquered neighbouring Babylon and freed their enslaved Jewish ancestors. Through the centuries, their fortunes have ebbed and flowed, yet the Jewish community steadily rose to prominence as the businessmen, professionals and artisans of Persia. The biggest upheaval came in 1979 with the Islamic Revolution. Fearing a pogrom, many Jews fled. But there was no slaughter, and despite periodic harassment, Iran still hosts the largest Jewish community in the Middle East outside of Israel.
After the revolution, a large number of it, what, 75% tried to leave the country, and mostly they went to United States of America.
Iran's ruling mullahs decreed the remaining Jews to be people of the book, their rights as a religious minority protected by the constitution. Morris Mohammed holds a seat in Iran's parliament reserved for the Jewish minority. It's not an easy job being a Jewish MP in an assembly that routinely calls for the destruction of Israel, but still he doggedly defends the interests of his constituents.
We think the population is something about 20 to 25,000, but before revolution the number was something about 100,000.
One curious byproduct of the Islamic Revolution is that the Jewish community has also become increasingly devout. Only about 10% can fluently speak or read Hebrew, yet this once secular community now packs the synagogues.
In Tehran we have something about 22 synagogues that all of them are working.
Most members of the Jewish community keep a discreetly low profile. Most, but not all. In Tehran's Antique Street, Moses Barber defiantly proclaims his business and his faith for all to see.
Hello, gentlemen, how are you?
Hello, Moses.
Good luck, Moses Papa.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
How many years have you had this
Year,
shop?
55. 55 year, 95 Isfahan. Father grandfather anti-chair Iran. Tea یا vodka? Liter vodka. داریم.
Tea or vodka?
I have.
Vodka in the Islamic Republic?
No, it's Jewish, no Islamic. Jewish.
Okay, I'll share it.
Liter vodka.
Please.
Okay.
Jews are exempt from Iran's alcohol prohibition. It's a privilege Moses relishes, even if he has to hide the bottle from the regime's roaming vigilantes, the Hezbollah.
Shalom, shalom, l'chaim, guten Tag. Salamati.
Tell us, how is business? How's the antiques business?
Not good. Ambassador Hezbollah here, no tourists, no work. Finish.
Seeing no future for his children here, Moses encouraged them to leave. His grandchildren now photographic memories from another world.
Where do your children live now?
دو تاشون اسرائیل، یکشونم امریکا. خوبه، اما با من میگم بیا من نمیرم. اینجا را دوست دارم. اینا یه پیر مردم مثل ما اونجا نمیتونن زندگی کنن.
But it's not entirely a one-way exodus. After 20 years living in Los Angeles, Robert, a real estate agent, has come home, if only temporarily, to look for a wife. And Shabbat prayers on a Friday night is the place to be.
What's wrong with the girls in LA?
There is nothing wrong. You see, the girl that she been there for 20 years after the revolution, you cannot expect she stay Iranian. But if you like pure Iranian, original from the oven, fresh from the oven, you come to the source.
But not too many young women are impressed by Robert's pitch. Parissa and her friends desperately want to leave Iran. But being matched with men old enough to be their fathers is, they say, too high a price to pay.
There's a guy from Los Angeles named Robert who is looking for a bride. Have any of the girls, does he look interesting to any of the girls as a husband?
Oh, please.
But I'm looking for a younger girl. So
How old are you?
I'm 44 years old.
And how old's the girl that you're looking for?
I'm looking for around for 27.
They have, unfortunately, high age, for example, 40, and they think they can marry, for example, for 20 girls.
Yes.
And it's a problem. They can't. And the people of the Iran say to them, to another, why they don't marry in America? Why they go to Iran? Why? What happened for them?
Well, I had my date.
And how did it go?
But it's very different. She came with her mom.
Well, good luck with the dating.
Thank you very much. Please pray for me.
Would you like to stay here in Iran or move to America like so many other Jews from Iran have done?
About me, I like go to America. Yeah, I like because the America we are free. We are free, too free. For example, about culture, about relative, about, for example, relationship, friendship, and especially education of university.
For the Jewish community of Iran, life isn't quite so as harmonious as both government officials and community leaders would have us believe. The fact is that Jews are persecuted from time to time by extremist elements from within the government. The community's greatest crisis came in 1999 when 13 Jewish men from here in the city of Shiraz were arrested and charged with spying for Israel. Their imprisonment prompted widespread condemnation from Western governments. They were caught up in a power struggle between Islamic hardliners and reformists who'd supported the Jewish community. All 13 were eventually pardoned. And while the future for Jews may be uncertain, they thank God they don't share the fate of Iran's largest religious minority, the 300,000-strong Baha'i community. A 19th century offshoot of Islam, the Baha'i are regarded as heretics, and followers are ruthlessly persecuted by Iran's fundamentalist mullahs.
We believe that Baha'in is not a religion. So it was the reason that and also the government didn't try to tolerate Baha'in in Iran.
In a Tehran apartment, a Jewish family and friends gather to celebrate the birth of a boy. Behind closed doors, the scarves of the compulsory Islamic dress code are abandoned.
As you see, we have parties, we are mixed, and we don't have big problems.
Former English teacher Soraya is the aunt of baby Ramtin.
We have a circumcision for this baby. The Jewish people, they have the ceremony. Yes, after 8 days after birth, they have these ceremonies. Really important.
It's a ceremony repeated in Jewish communities the world over. Soraya says life for her people is now much better than in the years immediately following the revolution. But when little Ramtin grows up and leaves the bosom of his family, he can still expect a life of discrimination.
They prefer to have Muslim people in their schools, in their universities, or in the factories, something like these things. They prefer Muslim people to minority people.
Sadly, Jewish leaders expect half the remaining community will try to emigrate over the next few years. But for others, a new life seems impossible. Theirs is a faith built on eternal optimism.
Why do you stay here?
These days that the life is much, much better than before, they prefer to stay here. They don't have much problems.
Iran is in their blood. They're determined that a new generation of Jews will endure, continuing an extraordinary connection with this land that stretches back nearly 3,000 years.